What is going on, everybody? My name is Robert Watkin and welcome back to a new tutorial. In today's tutorial I'm going to be showing how to get started creating a website. This is by no means going to be a really advanced website or anything. It's purely just to show how easy it is to get started creating a website, and depending how this video does, if people receive it well, I may consider creating a series on how to make more advanced websites. For those of you that don't know, my profession is actually as a software engineer, so these are all skills that I've been learning over the past few years in my career and I want to share online. So jumping straight into it, this is something you can do if you have a laptop, a computer, and I guarantee in pretty much every case you'll not need to download any additional software. If you do decide to take website development more serious in the future, then you may want to actually go ahead and get some better software, which I will cover in a series I do on HTML and CSS. So getting started, I'm going to create a folder here just to hold the website, and I'm just going to call the folder My First Website, and within that I'm going to click and create a new Notepad document. This document is going to be the actual website. All the website is essentially is a folder with documents in which the browser knows how to read and process and output as what we see as a website. So behind every website is essentially just loads of text files organized in a certain way, structured in a certain way, so that we get a nice pretty website displayed on our page. So it is pretty standard in web development to call the first page of a website the index, so we're going to type index here, but we do need to change the extension to .html. So let's do that now. And you may get this pop-up saying if you change a file name extension the file might become unusable. Are you sure you want to change it? We're going to click yes. So you should be able to see, assuming your computer will pick it up, we've got the Chrome symbol here, as this is my default browser. My computer has detected that this is a HTML file, it'll want to open it as a website. So if I double click on this, we'll get some options here, but I'm just gonna click OK to use Chrome. It'll pull up the website. Now as you can see, there's absolutely nothing in it because we haven't added anything to the text file, but if you look up here you can actually see the file path to where the website is. So of course, because this isn't on the World Wide Web, it's not prefixed with www. It's just stored on my computer on my C drive, so that is the path we see up here. And yes, I spelt my name wrong when setting up my computer, so that's why it says Robert and not Robert. So let's close this, and we're actually going to go ahead changing some of the website. If we right click on this document, we want to select Open with in Notepad again. The reason we're not going to double click is it will just pull it up through the browser, through Chrome, and we can get started creating a bit of a website. Now HTML typically consists of what are known as tags, and these tags essentially tell the browser which content should be displayed, what type of content, and whenever starting a website you generally have the same structure. So the first tag we're going to have in our website is the doc type tag, and this doc type is HTML. So this just tells the browser that this document we're opening is actually a HTML document. This tag is pretty unique in the fact that it doesn't require a closing tag and it doesn't require to be closed itself. This will make more sense in a moment. So if we go on to the next tag, which is just the standard HTML tag, we then have to close this tag, as this represents the opening tag, by creating another tag with slash and HTML. So now we've got this initial tag which declares the document as a HTML document. Then we've got the opening HTML tag and the closing HTML tag. So anything within this area is going to determine the website's content. So if we do head here, as well a closing head tag, and we're going to do body here and a body closing tag. So note that all closing tags have a / before the name of the tag, and you may also be wondering why I've actually got this gap here. And if you notice, when I try to select it, it doesn't select individual spaces. That's because this is what's known as a tab delimiter. So on your keyboard you should be able to, in Notepad by default, press tab and you'll get this space here, and this just helps easily indicate that anything within these tags, the HTML tags here, anything indented is within that. So you may be able to guess if we have something within the body tag, it'll be 2 indents in. Now you can get applications and software which does this indentation, as it's called, automatically, but as this is just a little crash introductory course, we're not gonna use the advanced software, but this will be covered in the HTML and CSS series I'm planning. So once again, if you would like to see that, just comment down below that you have interest in seeing that short series. So what we have here now is essentially the core template that you should start with when developing a website. So your head here is where you often have stuff like metadata, tags. This will all come into play in the future once you begin learning more about it. And the body is, as it suggests, this is the body of the website. This is where you actually include the content for the website. So I'll illustrate 2 different things here. Firstly, if we actually try and open the website once again, we can do this just by double clicking on index. You'll see nothing's changed. This is because we haven't added any content to the website. We've just essentially got the template ready. So the first thing I'm going to show will demonstrate something in the header, or the head. We'll put a title tag, and we're going to close the title tag on the same line. The reason we're doing this is, other than the title itself, this isn't going to have any tags within it. There are some cases where you may have tags within tags on the same line, but we're not going to go through that for now. Just understand that the head could potentially have a lot of tags, so it could have tag name X and tag close name X, and then we might have another one, and so on and so forth. So we could have lots of different content held within this head, but the title is usually just going to be a bit of text, so let's just call this my first website. So because we're not really going to have any other tags within this, we're not going to include any other line breaks as we have with the other ones like this. So let's just remove that. We'll save this, and if we go back to our website now, I want you to keep an eye on where it says index.html up here. So this is the title of the page. If I refresh this now, you can see it's changed to my first website. So that is the first little bit of changing or editing you've done on a website, and hopefully that's gone well. If something has gone wrong, just double check your Notepad document looks exactly as it does here, and make sure you've named it with the name index.html. Really, you could change it to home.html, but index.html is better practice. Really, you could have any name. You could have dog.html and it should still work, but the HTML has to be there for it to get processed as HTML by the browser. So I'm going to show 2 more tags for this mini crash course here. The first tag is the header tag, so this is indicated with a H. Now we want the biggest header, so we're going to do H1. Headers run from H1 to H6, so you can have a play around with these if you want, but we're going to do H1. We're going to close that tag again, so /H1, and we're going to put in a header. So because this would be the home page, we'll put home, and then the next tag we're going to show is the P tag or paragraph tag, and as you may have guessed, it's indicated with a P, and we can put a paragraph in here. So welcome to my first website, and there we go, we've got some content. If we go over to Chrome once again and refresh the page, you can see we've got a title or header and we've got a paragraph here. So that is the very basics of HTML. When I'm saying very basics, I mean we're just scratching the surface, but that's essentially how HTML works. So you have your HTML document, then your browser opens it up and it knows to look for certain tags, and when it sees certain tags, it knows whatever's inside of that is the content for that. So we've got a header tag and the content is home, we've got a paragraph tag, our content is welcome to my first website. So I'm going to leave it here for this. I know if some of you do already know HTML, this may seem like extremely basic, but as I've mentioned, this is just meant to be a really short introduction to show how easy it is to get started and actually create something like this. If you do want to see that short series, if you are interested, you think it would be useful, then just leave a comment down below or leave a like on the video. It'd be much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next video of whatever I make. Bye.